So, you know how we're all sort of obsessed with that overnight success story?
Absolutely. The IPO, the viral hit.
Right. We see the sold-out stadium and we think, I want that. But we just completely ignore the years that person was, grinding away with zero recognition.
It's the classic highlights reel versus the actual behind-the-scenes footage. But today we're looking at a source that really flips that narrative. It's from a creator, Matt Riches, called Don't Doubt Small Starts.
Okay.
And it basically argues that if you skip that gritty, invisible phase, you actually miss the entire point of the success.
I have to be honest, though. Starting small, it usually just feels like you're failing, doesn't it? When you're putting in all the work and seeing no results, it doesn't feel noble. It just feels pointless.
100%. And that is the emotional barrier most of us hit. But the core argument here is that obscurity, being unknown, having no applause, no stage, it isn't a sign that you're off track.
It feels like it is.
I know, but the video argues it's actually a requirement. It uses this phrase, starting in the dark.
See, that sounds terrifying to me. Usually if I'm in the dark, it just means I'm lost.
And that's the pivot. We run from the dark, but this framework asks you to see it as more of an incubator. It calls that period holy ground.
Holy ground.
Yeah. The idea is you don't need a head start or perfect conditions to be chosen. You just need the will to walk when nobody else can even see the path.
So it's about reframing that loneliness. Instead of thinking, nobody cares about what I'm doing, it's more like, I'm being built in private.
Exactly. The line that really stood out to me was, endurance teaches what comfort never knew. It's the difference between just pointless suffering and constructive friction. If you're always comfortable, you never learn how to sustain the weight of success.
Okay, that brings up the metaphor they use, the one about the seed in the soil.
Right, so if you look at a planted seed from the surface, what do you see?
Dirt. An empty plate. Nothing.
Precisely. And that's where people quit. We all want the fruit immediately. But the argument is that every single invisible step you take is a seed being planted in the soil. The world, it applauds the harvest.
But they don't hand out trophies for the planting season.
No, they don't.
That is tough to accept when you're scrolling through social media and it feels like you're just seeing everyone else's harvest.
Which is why the comparison trap is so lethal here. The advice in the video is pretty blunt. Don't compare your seed to someone else's fruit. If you judge your beginning by someone else's ending, you'll just stop digging.
There was also a reference to James in the material. Something about counting it joy when the fire is near.
Yeah, it draws on that classic idea from the book of James about counting it all joy when you face trials. The rationale is that pressure bursts purpose.
Okay, I have to push back a little on that. Pressure bursts purpose sounds great on a motivational poster, but in real life, pressure usually just feels like anxiety.
It does. Of course it does. But think about the physics of it for a second. Comfort conceals your weaknesses. You don't know if a bridge is solid until you drive a truck over it. That pressure reveals who you actually are. It refines you. If you got the big win before you had the pressure-tested character to handle it, well, the success would probably crush you.
So the delay isn't just the universe telling you no.
No, and this is a huge psychological shift. We tend to interpret delay as denial. It's not happening, so it's never happening.
Yeah, that's the default.
But this source frames delay as divine protection. You're being kept underground in the dark so your roots can grow deep enough to actually hold the fruit later on.
You're building the structural integrity to handle the win.
You got it. Which requires a very different definition of faith. It's not some warm, fuzzy feeling. It's a behavioral choice. Faith is deciding to show up and do the work in the drought when every logical part of your brain is screaming at you to just tap out.
That makes the small start feel a lot more active. It's not just waiting around, it's preparing.
And that leads to a final, really provocative thought from the source. Storms make space for leaders to live.
Storms make space. Wow, I like that.
It really invites you to look at the chaos, or maybe the roadblocks you're facing right now. And instead of asking, why is this happening to me, ask yourself a different question.
Which is
this storm clearing the ground for the leader I'm supposed to become?
That's a powerful question to ask next time you feel like you're stuck in the dark. Thanks for diving in with us.
Keep digging.
You don't need applause to be chosen. You don't need comfort to be anointed. You just need the will to walk when no one else sees the path. 'Cause every step in pain is pushing purpose into position. So hold on, not to feelings, but to why you started. Don't fold when the test tries to mold you. Keep It starts in the dark, no applause, no stage. Just a dream in the war with minimum wage. You crying but still climb, that's holy ground. Tears didn't stop the work, that's where kings are crowned. Keep the blueprint firm, let the pain pass through. Cause endurance gon' teach what comfort never knew. James once says, count the joy when the fire's near. Cause pressure bursts purpose and faith kills fear. They laughed at the grind till the fruit showed up. Said I'd never make it, now the roots grow up. I prayed through the silence, fought doubt in the dark. Built muscle in moments that tore me apart. Faith ain't a feeling, it's a choice in the drought. To show up daily while the rest tap out. See, legacy's built when the spotlight fades, and strength is refined in the unseen day. Don't fold when the test tries to mold you. Keep fighting what you call to flow through. Every step I take is a seed in the soil. Every scar I gain is redeemed through the toil. Don't quit cause the pressure get real. Physical, mental, emotional heals. This is a small start to victory song. Stay faithful, stay focused, God makes strong. They clap for the win, but not for the wait. They see the feast, never the empty plate. I kept showing up when the voice said quit. Built strong in the dark, now I don't slip. Faith means trust when the path ain't clear. Still sow when the harvest ain't near. Every delay was divine protection. Now I see purpose in each rejection. The soil don't shout, but it holds the power. You don't see change, but it grows each hour. Delay ain't denial, it's divine direction. Purpose matures under patient correction. The pressure refines what comfort conceals. Still waters run deep where vision heals. Hold fast to the pace that purpose gives. Cause storms make space for leaders to live. The blessing is slow, so you learn how to stew with it. Pressure apply, so your soul ain't new to it. Grace got a rhythm, you just learn how to move with it. This is holy endurance, ain't no way I'm through with it. Don't fold when the test tries to mold you. Keep fighting what you call to flow through. Every step I take is a seed in the soil. Every scar I gain is redeemed through the toil. Don't quit cause the pressure get real. Physical, mental, emotional heals. This is a small start to victory song. Stay faithful, stay focused, God makes strong. To everyone growing through silence, you're not forgotten. Don't compare your seed to someone else's fruit. Your time, your season, your harvest is coming. Stay consistent, stay committed. Surround yourself with those whose purpose is to help you serve more. Let go of the lie that small starts mean small outcomes. This is your season to plant, to persevere, to endure. Because the ones who endure inherit the promise.